What happens when the world's biggest economy plays nice with one rival, but comes down hard on another? That's exactly what US President Donald Trump is doing, extending a trade truce with China while hitting India with heavy tariffs. Today, we break down why. In this explainer, we'll look at what's behind Trump's two very different trade strategies, why Washington is keeping peace with Beijing, but playing hardball with New Delhi. On Monday, Trump signed an executive order extending the current tariff pause with China by another 90 days. Without this move, tariffs on Chinese imports would have shot up from 30% to as high as 145%. China was ready to retaliate, planning to raise its own tariffs on American goods from 10% to 125%. The extension keeps those hikes on hold, giving both sides more time to resolve long-standing disputes over trade imbalances, unfair practices, and market access. Beijing also announced it would lift or suspend some restrictions on American companies that were on its export control and unreliable entities list. Analysts warn, if those threatened tariffs had taken effect, trade between the US and China could have collapsed, shaking global markets. In May, both sides agreed in Geneva to roll back extreme tariff threats. The US promised to ease export curbs on advanced chip tech and ethane. China, in turn, opened more access to rare earth minerals and magnets, key for electric vehicles and aerospace. Business leaders say the extension is critical, giving companies certainty to plan long-term investments. One reason: China's grip on rare earth minerals. In April, Beijing restricted exports of these elements to the US, sparking alarm in industries from autos to tech. Without these imports, US manufacturing could slow sharply. That gives Beijing serious leverage and makes compromise more appealing for Washington. Now to India, where Trump's tone is very different. The US has slapped a 25% tariff on Indian goods, plus another 25% on purchases of Russian oil, creating a 50% total tariff burden. Trump says it's a big blow to Moscow's economy, and claims his tariffs have also helped resolve regional conflicts, including between Pakistan and India. China is too deeply tied into US supply chains to risk a full-blown trade war. The US trade deficit with China was $262 billion last year, its largest with any country. India, while important, is seen as more replaceable, and is in Trump's crosshairs for refining and exporting Russian oil, plus long-standing disputes over visas and outsourcing. Despite the truce, big disputes with China remain, from intellectual property rights to industrial subsidies. Experts warn the US-China trade war could grind on for years. On Ukraine, Trump says he'll meet Vladimir Putin soon, and we'll know within 2 minutes if a peace deal is possible. Two partners, two strategies, one White House. Trump's tariff game shows how economics, geopolitics, and supply chains can bend even the toughest talk into quiet compromise, depending on who's across the table.